Today, we're just going to get right into it as your favorite talking head does his best to get right into it and review another television show. This time, it just happens to be After Party Season 2. It just finished up on Apple, and you guys already know it's my favorite streaming site if you've been following along. Quality, 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 and this show is quality. Hi, I'm your host, Chris Humphrey, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm just another talking head doing my best to get my opinion out there, who's now on a wheeling chair and got a beautiful background, moving up in the world. Hopefully that camera comes soon so I can look better. But back to the task at hand. It just happens to be After Party Season 2, and I want you to go out there and watch it and see if you like it. Now, if you've never seen the show, I'll be nice and explain it to you, and I'll tell you in the way that I can tell you in the way that I think it will make you understand it best. But starting with the new format, I'm going to start with my score and then go backwards and tell you how I got there. I'm going to give this season a 9. I really liked it. I thought it was slightly better than the first season. Maybe it's because I'm a huge Paul Walter Hauser fan, and I think he's great at comedy. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and all that fun stuff. But the best way to describe this show is it's a comedy whodunit. Basically, who did it? You got to find out who killed the person, and how Aniq and Zoe end up in these predicaments all the time. Well, it's probably because their personality stinks. But that's Sam Richardson and Chloe. They do a fantastic job playing those characters, bringing them to life. But you can already tell I'm a Paul Walter Hauser fan. Travis steals the show, but they do it whereas each episode you get told in the perspective of the potential suspect, and everybody has is their own main character. Everybody tells the story in a different way, whether it's a 1940s Pride and Prejudice type of atmosphere, or 1940s Great Gatsby type atmosphere, or whether it's through an influencer's mind with a camera, campy horror. Each episode brings out different things where a director and a writer get to play with. And this is Christopher Miller. He's been around the block. He's been writing and directing stuff since, I don't know, since Christ was a cowboy is the best way to describe him. So if you like his kind of comedy, then you're going to love it. And I do. I like that they're able to make fun of different genres, and I'm still debating on which episode made fun of the best type of genres. It might be Elizabeth Perkins who is in it and steals the show as the crazy widow who is pretty much the crazy mother. And that might be my favorite standalone episode, doing like the 1950s psychological horror Psycho and Rosemary Baby, with the cuts and the Italian horror, Reds. And I think that might be my favorite genre that they made fun of. Although the last episode did make fun of soap operas and 80s campy horror. So that was kind of funny. Uh, but Elizabeth Perkins, I think, was the best episode. The only other one that really stands out is, for me personally, is Paul Walter Hauser and his noir private investigating episode. Those are the ones that stand out. Hannah had the episode like a Wes Anderson style, and Grace and things like that. What a great cast! What a well put together. When you watch it, the second last episode in particular, watch why Paul Walter can do comedy. It's a great bit of physical comedy where he comes out of branches or out of a tree and falls flat on his face, and I die laughing. And Jack Whitehall, you could see it in his face, is trying not to laugh because it looked like it hurt, and he gets up without a place. Yes, that's right. Back is Tiffany Haddish, and thank God, because the world kind of threw her to the shits because of a comedy sketch show she did about what pedophilia, and some people didn't find it funny. Okay, all right. Well, let's move past it. Some comedy works, some comedy doesn't. Would I be considered sick and twisted if I tell you I didn't mind what she did with Mad TV's alumni about the point of view of a pedophile? Who cares? Who really cares? whether it's funny or not. Some people probably found it funny. I didn't really care for it, but Tiffany Haddish needs more roles, needs more stuff. Comedy needs is subjective. It's going to be the hardest thing to please because some people aren't going to like it, and some people are really going to like it, and then some people are going to be, oh my god, this is not funny because it makes fun of white people. Who cares? Make fun of everybody, and that's what makes Tiffany Haddish so great. Is she's willing to make fun of everybody, and yeah, I'm defending her because it's comedy, right? You either like it or you don't. All those years growing up with Monty Python, SCTV, Saturday Night Live, where if you were to watch it now, you might be like, "Ooh, that's a little crazy," but that's what made those comics so good. Is that they were equal opportunity comics, and I'm glad Apple didn't throw her to the curb and gave her a second chance because she does a fantastic job playing the ex cop who's trying to help. Um, as you can tell, I really like the show. I really like the format. I like that if there is a third season, there better be. What kind of trouble Aniq and Zoe are going to get into? An anthology series where they always show up, akin to Only Murders in the Building, where murder follows them. But I like the whodunit type of idea, and I like that it makes fun of every genre known to man, uh, every you name it. Uh, what did it make fun of? Soap operas in the last one, which was kind of funny, between Vivian and good old Doctor showed up as Fang. He did a fantastic job. I should have seen who killed him. I should have seen who killed Edgar, the Office alumni and Silicon Valley alumni. I should have saw it, and I'm more mad at myself that it was there and I was so dumb. And if you go back and replay it, that they showed it halfway through, and you're like, oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't pay attention close enough because I was too busy laughing. Sam Richardson is a god. I can't wait for uh, his buddy from what was it, Detroit, shows up and in next season. I hope because he would have fun in a show like this. But the cast was great. Uh, the least likable was unfortunately Jack Whitnall. It's funny because he's a great stand-up comic, but he had nothing to play with personally. Considered the good-looking guy by Tiffany Haddish, and I was like, I don't know, I'm not into men, but I don't think he is. But he just didn't have a lot to play with. But he was a good prick, doing his best to cover up his accent there. Yeah, and what Captain Zulu shows up, great. I haven't seen him in a long time. That's right. I'm calling them by their nicknames because can I remember everybody's name? Probably not. But I'm happy Apple TV stuck with it. I hope you stick with it. I don't know if you guys are going to like it as much as I did. I'm rambling. 9 out of 10 is good enough to make my list. I like these kind of comedies. I grew up in Naked Gun World. I grew up in these types. But I definitely want you to go out and watch it. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you think it's as good as the first season. I think it's better. Personal opinions aside, just let me know. I love you guys. You know what I'm going to say. If I don't see you, good to Morgan, good to Nobden, and good to knock. Ciao. Producer, play my music, baby. But not the theme song to this because Apple will definitely sue me.